Well, I don't really get along with him too well.
Would you like a complimentary insult from Bob this morning?
No, not really. He don't really do anything for me.
You know, he speaks so highly.
Don't do a hell of a lot for me either, fella.
Well, that's mutual, fella. That's why I called in and put my vote. Ed and Ted against Bob Lassiter, okay, Ted?
Take it easy, Teddy.
I'm quaking in my boots.
Dave from Largo, how are you?
Yeah, this is Dave from Largo speaking.
You look like him.
I can tell that. I checked in the obituary this morning and I wasn't there. About Bob Lassiter. You with me?
I'm right here.
Okay, I'm going to run in for president of the United States.
People will do anything to get me off the air.
Okay, I want to let you go.
Thank you. Hello there. You're on the air, Bill.
Yes, these people that are calling in support of Lassiter, they're sniveling wimps. They're afraid to be insulted by the man. They can't hold their own.
Do you hold your own, Bill?
Yes, I do.
Probably that's half the problem there.
Listen, Ted.
Yes.
Is this some secret plot to bring Mike Levine back to WFLA?
I don't know what is the matter with the people of Tampa Bay. Why don't they call?
I think this is Mike Levine.
The secret's out.
We haven't mentioned the symphony orchestra yet.
Well, everybody knows now.
Secret's out, Mike. Really. I mean, I think we ought to just drop the Lassiter bit and let them know you're back.
Never.
Okay, let's go to Dan in Tampa. Welcome to the Tedd Webb Show with Bob Lassiter.
Good morning, Ted.
How are you?
Oh, fine. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
What's happening? Ted, I just had my Cuban coffee, my bread, my eggs, my bacon. And you know what? I'm losing weight every day, Ted.
You're losing weight every day, huh?
By eating this stuff, because see, I'm working a reverse process. By eating all this stuff.
Well, sure, if you drink Cuban coffee, it burns a hole in your stomach, so anything you eat just falls right through and down into your leg.
Exactly. And now my legs are getting much bigger, but hey, you know. But anyway, Ted, I just want to say that he deserves a double A, Ted.
A double A.
Yeah, and the thing about it
I prefer a C or at least a D.
He's rude and obnoxious, and I love it. And the thing is, because I can be rude and obnoxious too. I can be nice, he can be nice, but he's rude and obnoxious. You never know where he stands. He's so erratic. You know what I mean? Sometimes he's erratic, and sometimes he's right on schedule. You know what I'm trying to say, Ted? You know what I mean, Ted?
I've been regular for years.
He has. He goes to the bathroom about 6 times during a shift.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Wow.
I hope that he starts learning how to use the bathroom because, I mean, you know, Rosie, the cleanup lady's having a heck of a time out here.
And, Ted, I must say that you are also fantastic.
Thank you, Danny. Don from Tampa, welcome to the Tedd Webb Show with Bob Lassiter. John?
Oh, John, I'm sorry. I was listening to the...
the other station, huh?
Yeah, listen, I just want to put in a vote for Bob. He's really one of the greatest talk show hosts in the Tampa area.
Pete.
Yes, hi, good morning, Ted.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Well, I think he's rude and obnoxious. I gave him a week out of my life and listened to him. Now I turn my radio off from 12 to 4.
Well, give him a rating, Don.
An F.
That's it?
That's it.
That's all you can say about him, though?
That's all I can say.
All right, Don.
All righty.
Thank you very much.
Why do they all sound the same? All the ones that, you know, I don't listen to them. All sound the same.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, I'm pretty good. Listen, you know, 70 years ago when I was growing up,
Love them.
we had a saying. This is a rating for Bob. We had a saying, oh, you think you're it. Well, just add SH to it. You ever hear that?
Yeah, explain that, Millie. I'm trying to... Let me get a pencil here. One more time. You're it?
Itcha.
Yeah, just add SH to it.
I-T-S-H.
Itcha.
Now, there's no reason Bob has to curse at people and talk the way he does. He's got a good radio voice. And...
I-T-S-H. I'm still trying to figure this out, Millie. I-T-S-H.
No, just add SH to the I-T.
That's what I did. I-T-S-H.
No, you're not adding it to it. Put I-T down.
I got I-T.
And then put SH in front of it.
Oh, hello, John from Largo. How are you?
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, sir.
Probably somebody's grandmother, too, you know.
Yes, John.
Pretty good, huh?
Yes, you're on the air, John. Come on, John. It went well at rehearsals.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, yeah, Bob sounds good.
You like him?
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's go to Dan in Tampa. Hello, Dan. How are you?
How you doing, Ted?
Good, sir.
I'm giving Bob an A.
An A?
Yes.
Okay, we've got I-T-S-H. Itcha.
Itcha.
The puzzle is started.
Problem spelling, huh?
Yeah. All right, I appreciate your call. Mark from Tampa, you're on with Bob Lassiter.
Hey,
Hey,
can you get me on with Bob?
just a minute. Hey, Bob!
What?
Pick it up in the den!
Hello?
So, Bob,
Yes.
we'll have to give you a rating of about a 9.
About a 9.
Yeah,
Was that on a scale of, what?
1 to 10.
1 to 10, uh-huh.
At least you've got one trait that very few talk shows hosts have.
I came in on time.
No, you're honest. But you do have the ability to tell people where to go and make them enjoy the trip on the way. I'll be listening.
Thank you, Barb. Barb from Pinellas Park, how are you?
Hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Hey.
Very interesting, and I have been listening for the past couple of weeks, and extremely informative. I have been enjoying you in the afternoon, but I enjoyed you immensely on the Sports Huddle, and so did the rest of my family.
Well, I appreciate that, Barb. Thank you kindly.
Off of the Sports Huddle, you're another talk show host. On the Sports Huddle, there was something a little extra special going for you and with you.
Well, I appreciate that.
Mr. Lassiter, I have not listened to him that much. The few times I have switched off, which is, of course, my prerogative. I do not enjoy Mr. Norman at all. So I'm very rarely listening to WFLA any longer. I do.
Yeah, but how about Norton, the guy that we have on in the mornings?
Dick Norton.
Dick, yes.
Do you like Dick Norton?
No, I said that was Mr.
No, Norton. The other guy, Dick Norton.
I haven't heard him.
Okay.
I haven't heard him.
All right.
The programs that I enjoyed so much on the weekend, I find are not on any longer. That's Doctor's House Call on a Saturday morning.
Ask the doctor.
Dr. Carroll on a Sunday evening. I find that,
Like to listen to other people's medical problems a lot, huh?
No. Well, I shouldn't say no. I shouldn't.
You do enjoy it.
Yes.
I thought so.
There's an awful lot of input.
Hello, doctor, my foot turned green. What should I do?
There's an awful lot of input that comes from it. I don't care to listen to it all day, every day. Certainly not.
All right, Barb, we got to run. We got Earl in Sarasota. Welcome to the Tedd Webb Show with Bob Lassiter.
Yeah.
How are you?
Let me talk to Bob.
Hold on. For you again.
Hey, Bob.
I don't feel like talking to him.
You don't feel like talking?
It's for you.
I'll tell you what. I used to call Jack Wheeler up, but I tell you what, I've listened to you. And I tell you what.
Oh, I dig. I'm it.
Which cup is yours? I don't want to get bit this time while we go out there.
The one with the gold rim.
The one with the gold rim? All right, I'll go ahead and use the styrofoam cup again. Hour number 3 coming up with the Tedd Webb Show on the Saturday morning.
Hey, we haven't done it all week.
Oh, but I get so tired of it.
The kids are asleep. There's nobody in the house.
Oh.
Come on.
All right.
It is 11:10 at WFLA, the Tedd Webb Show, and we are giving Bob Lassiter his 6 weeks report card.
Oh, yeah, like I really need it. No.
Well, you know.
Really need to know what the Neanderthals to listen to you think of me.
It's important to find out, Bobby. I mean, I know that...
it's the game, Ted. Who you think's going to win, Ted?
You gotta do it.
Brother.
Gotta do it. 990-9352 if you're calling in Hillsborough County. If you're calling in Pinellas.
Schluckmeyers, you going to help the team, Ted?
461-223-9797. Let's go to Sulphur Springs.
Perkins' new record, Ted?
Hey, Red. How you doing, Red?
Hey, Ted, how you doing out there?
Good.
Hey, how's that guy Schluckmeyer? I ain't heard of him on the roster before.
This man can't be a regular web caller. He's too sharp.
Hey, Bob, good to hear you on the Tedd Webb Show this morning.
I'm not here.
Oh, okay. You're on a long distance then, aren't you?
No, I'm still home in bed.
Man, that's a good connection we got to you there anyway. Hey, how y'all doing anyway, besides all that malarkey?
As good as you can possibly be on a Saturday morning at a radio station.
That's as good as I am, too. I'm at home, and I'm not doing much better myself. I just happened to see Gordon Soley's wrestling program a few minutes ago.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
We'll be right back.
Done himself well.
I'm with Joe Pedicino. Joe used to be a sales manager here.
Yeah, it's a good program, but I really missed the old NWA program from Tampa quite badly.
It was a thing of the past, my friend.
Sure is. You know, I bought a videotape recorder just so I could record Gordon's wrestling programs back in '78.
Yeah, but how many times do you need to see Kevin Sullivan ganging up on either, Wahoo McDaniel or Blackjack Mulligan? I mean, come on.
At least twice a week for me. I guarantee you that was the biggest entertainment on the tube in Tampa for a long time. That was worth watching of all the television.
I kind of miss the commercials, Kofer's You Pull It with Blackjack. I miss those.
This is Blackjack Mulligan. Come on down. We'll make everybody happy.
Here, let me pull this door off.
That's right. How about Gordon's new wrestling trivia game? I saw the advertisement for the first time this morning.
Did you buy it?
No, I haven't had a chance to see it in the store yet. It's the first time I've seen it advertised.
Is it going to be available in the stores, or it's a mail order thing?
No, I'm sorry. It's only mail order. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the commercial because Mom and Dad and the two little kids are sitting at the table there, and the TV's in the background, and it's turned off, and Mom picks up one of the question cards, and she says, "In pro wrestling, is the clenched fist a legal or illegal move?" And Dad's sitting there, and he's pondering away, and
the answer, that's real easy.
All of a sudden, the screen on the TV lights up, and there's Gordon's face, and he says, "That's absolutely correct, wrestling fans." It's really nuts.
I thought the answer was it doesn't make any difference.
It probably really doesn't.
It doesn't, Red. Thank you for your call. Gary from Tampa, you're on with Tedd Webb and Bob Lassiter.
Yes, we're negotiating with a station in Topeka, Kansas to put it back on the air.
Yeah, it's the negotiation going good, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be much longer till you're gone.
33 cents a call, buddy.
Whoa. No. Nobody gets a nickel more a call than I do.
In Topeka, they're willing to pay 33 cents.
They can't pay that kind of money in Topeka.
Eh?
Can't pay that kind of money.
I'm telling you, the agent called me.
27 is tops, and I got it.
He said 33 cents a call. How can I turn my back on something like that?
Well, you could, and I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll sit there and talk sports with these buffoons that want to talk sports.
All right. 990 WFLA, Hillsborough, Pinellas, 461 WFLA. Let's go to the one, the only. Guess who's on the phone?
Well, it would have to be Lionel.
It would have to be Lionel?
Well, we can start with the one and the only.
Don't give me that crap, Lassiter. You owe us a lot of money. What is that? Is the gas back, or you're doing your model airplane?
Little rubber thing out of my whoopee cushion.
Ted, baby, how are you?
Good, Lionel. How about you?
Terrific.
Where's the energy, Lionel? Get it up, man. Get it up.
If I get it up anymore, it'll fall off. I woke up this morning to the psychotic drones of Bob. I said, "My God, this guy's voice! I can't lose it." But can I say something on the side first of all, and then we'll talk about Bob. Ted,
let me turn this thing sideways here for a second. Go ahead.
Turn it to the side.
There it is.
Maybe it'll fit better this way. I think it was really tacky of your station just now, or whoever was responsible for it, to play the names of men who were arrested for solicitation for prostitution when the charges could be dropped. They're presumed innocent of the charges. I mean, we don't know any of the facts behind this case. The person wasn't convicted of anything. And just now...
Yeah, but I'll bet you were writing those names down.
No. I only do accidents. But, I mean, I'm thinking, how tacky. This poor... I mean, I guess it's news. I guess FLA. I like your billboards, by the way.
You like them?
I like it. You have the...
Especially the ones with the cars crashing into each other, right?
The cars crashing. Oh, I mean, parts of my body swell when I see that. But, the earth. What are you going to do now? Have two hookers, We report the hooker report.
Yeah.
We're going down to Brian Brewer. I can see it. We're going to Brian Brewer for the hooker report.
Yeah.
That's right, Ted. On Dale Mabry, we've got 3 pops so far.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought it was tacky.
Really? Did we do that at 11
I
o'clock?
just heard
Lionel
it.
wouldn't lie.
I just heard it. It was Newport Richie, Hudson, I don't know.
That wasn't us. That was some other station, Lionel.
Was it you?
No, it
wasn't us.
No, it wasn't us.
I don't think things...
Well, don't you ever do
Excuse me,
that,
I don't think
okay?
things are so bad that we have to give, a hooker report from Hudson.
Yeah.
It's a hell of an idea, though. I mean, Ted is right now writing down notes.
I am. I'm writing down notes. So's Lassiter.
Wait a minute. I like it. Hookers from Hudson. Yeah, something
No, he just
Brian
passed
De
me a
Palma
note that
movie.
said there are hookers in Hudson. Can I cut out of here early? Will you do the last 45 minutes of my show?
But anyway, Ted, talk about Bob.
All right.
You know, a lot of these people call up, these pusillanimous little nitwits who call up and think that Bob owes them some type
Wait a second. What was that word? What was that word, Link?
Pusillanimous.
Look that up. Make sure we can say that on the radio.
It means some type of a bacterial ooze from different parts of the body. Howard Stern on Letterman show. And when you can compare Bob to Howard Stern, Bob is like the French chef, you know? I mean, Tampa Bay is so backwards when it comes to really what talk radio is all about. It's not for the squeamish, for one thing. Neither you, nor Bobby, nor anybody should sit back and have to be nice to some dimwit who calls up.
Wait. I am like a French chef?
Compared to Howard Stern.
Do you realize, Lionel, that for the best results for flambéed fruits, you've got to use at least 2 ounces of alcoholic liquor. And Lionel, remember that unless the temperature of that fruit is at least 75 degrees, you're not going to get any effect at all. You're going to want to heat the fruit mildly in a charred chafing dish or an electric skillet. You want to warm the liquor, too, but do not boil it, Lionel. Don't boil it.
And
sprinkle the fruit lightly with sugar, and after pouring the warm liquor over the warm fruit, I want you to recover the pan, Lionel, for a moment before lighting it. Then, Lionel, stand back.
Show, Bob.
The following recipe will make 6 servings, Lionel.
Ted, he's taking over your show. What is he doing, NyQuil this early in the morning? Now listen.
I was trying to tell you how to flambe your fruits, Lionel.
I'll give you something to flambe, Bob.
There's that flambe.
Anyway, Ted, remember something about Bob. When you take away the lousy exterior, the gruff demeanor, that caustic way of looking at life, you've got a miserable human being, and I mean that, and that's from the heart. And I've done a lot of radio announcers, and he's one of them. And I just don't say that.
I love
it. You're doing a wonderful job, seriously. And remember one thing, I think you should...
The problem is he's getting paid to do a wonderful job lightheartedly.
I know, but I'm telling you. Let me tell you something, Bobby. You may think you're really cute, like here you're the bad boy or the new kid on the block.
Don't you forget
but
it.
Tedd Webb has been here before you could make a fist.
Oh, right. I was working in big markets when he was here.
Tedd Webb is endemic to
Pittsburgh,
Tampa.
Miami, big time.
Tedd Webb is endemic to Tampa. He's one of
Did you
us.
ever see any of my pay stubs? I have some here from those markets.
I got a
I'll hold one up to the
Bob.
microphone so you can see
Tedd
them.
Webb is endemic to Tampa. You can learn a lot from him. And all these people, Teddy, who call up and say, we want you to go back to sports. Personally, I don't give a damn whether you go back to sports or not. You know why? Because it doesn't really matter. Sports.
Right, you didn't listen anyway. You don't listen now, you didn't listen then.
No, I tell you,
if
you
he's
should go
talking
to
about
sports.
or
Teddy Carreras should go to
fruits.
sports. Teddy Carreras could do it. Not like you, though, necessarily. But I'm saying there is a sports market. Personally, if every...
Unfortunately, it's not Tampa Bay.
Bob, will you shut up and let me talk to Ted?
Pittsburgh.
What is it, some kind of a problem you've got? You jealous? It's his show.
Oh.
How the hell with you guys? Well, listen, Ted, you know what I'm talking about.
I appreciate your phone call, Lionel.
And listen, no matter what, Bob may look real big. Really, I like to see a picture of you and Bob standing next to each other. Now, that should be something.
Got a camera?
I will call it antithesis. But yet, even though physically, in stature, Bob... Well, we're not going to get into it. But anyway, Ted, seriously, you're doing a hell of a job. And remember, Bobby, you owe me a lot. And I think you owe Carolyn and even Rockhead and the other guy for probably...
I owe you. You guys owe me for 2 hours of airtime.
Oh, come on. That was radio history. You made a plug.
Yeah, but so was the Holocaust
You hear how
history.
many people called up and said, I rearranged my lunch schedule. I stayed up late. I've been waiting all week. You know what that is? What are you gonna? Have you ever heard anybody call up and say, I've waited all week to listen to you?
The whole thing with that show, the thing that made that show great, Lionel, and I agree with you, it was a great show, was the moderator.
Sure.
Issue number 12.
Yeah, right. A moderator with absolutely no control. None whatsoever. By the way, Teddy, there was a great Spanish epithet that slipped through yesterday. It was tremendous. Nobody knew.
I heard a couple.
Everybody's, somebody's back there with a dump button waiting for, the F word. And I'm calling this guy's mother a Marine, and that went right through. But anyway, guys, you're doing a hell of a job.
Take it easy, Lionel.
I will,
Bye-bye,
Bobby,
Lionel.
you're beautiful.
Take care now. Ray from...
I can't tell you how wonderful I think Mr. Lassiter is, okay?
Why not? Try.
Well, first, by contrast, Ted's a real likable guy, but he's really a Neanderthal sports dude.
That's for sure.
And you got Mr. Norman, who's a raving acerbic twit. In contrast, you have you, who are sophisticated, classy, uptown,
Urbane,
suave, the boner guy. I just can't say enough about you, sir. I'm sorry, Ted.
Okay, well, you got another 30 seconds, Ray, if you could fit in a couple of words in there.
Well, actually, I do.
Kind, courteous,
terrific.
thrifty.
Actually, you aren't one-dimensional. You're really super yourself.
I appreciate it.
And Norman knows a lot about model airplanes.
A lot to be said for that, Ray.
Like what?
Well, you just said it. Pat in Tampa, how are you?
I want you to do away with
Pat?
I want you to do away with all processed sugar, white flour, cake, pies, sweets, candy, everything. And the next, I want you to do away with the caffeine you're taking in and the other junk food. And I want you to substitute for it. I want you to eat meat. I want you to eat fresh vegetables, fresh fruit, drink milk, eat whole grain bread, and change completely.
Let's take a little breather, and we'll be back to Bob on a cellular phone.
Stern would close this town down.
I hope he stays there.
And if this town can't handle Lassiter, you can imagine what they would do with Stern.
All right, let's go to Fred. Not Fred. We've got Pat. Pat is calling us right now. Hello, Pat. How are you? You're on the air. Pat? You know that Pat's there.
I want you to do away with all processed sugar, white flour, cake, pies, sweets, candy, everything.
Uh-huh. Will do. Let's take a little breather.
I never miss
think
it.
maybe you should invite Jim and Tammy Baker as guests on his show, because that way you'd have an overpainted broad and have two bisexual faggots on at the same time.
Hey, I thought you were going to keep quiet about that.
Oh, no. No, I talked to your mother.
I met this. My mother died 4 years ago. Don't play games.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Okay. Well, let's just get real clear about that.
Like
you don't have a thought in your head. Don't go knocking my mother.
Keep talking, windbag. But
get off the phone. Hang up on this jerk.
Let's go to Ethel. Ethel is standing by in Palm Harbor. Hello, Ethel.
No, I'm not taking any chances. I've given great thought to my funeral, and I have left explicit instructions. I want to be taken immediately from my deathbed to the nearest incinerator. I'll be damned if I'm going to let the people who don't have the courage to confront me in person come to my funeral and, wee-wee on my corpse.
You're on with Tedd Webb and Bob Lassiter.
Yeah, I say bring back Ellery.
Bring back Ellery. You feel that strong about him, huh?
Well, I feel that strong about bringing Lassiter over from PLP. The only thing that they don't have nothing on from 12 to 2, and then you can't listen to talk radio for a couple hours till 2 o'clock.
Oh, Jack Wheeler fan, I see, yeah.
No, I'm not a Jack Wheeler fan.
Well, you said nothing on from 12 to 2, then you can't listen for a couple of hours, so I assume that you're talking about, around about 5 o'clock. Wheeler's your kind of guy, huh?
Wheeler, I didn't say Wheeler, did I? I said 2 o'clock. That's John...
John Feastman.
Right.
Right. You love those shows he does with the militant Indians, huh?
From 12 to 2, you just...
Chief Black Goat and all the other guys.
And then they get angry with him and insult him, which I think is the funniest. I really get the biggest kick out of that whole program.
Would you like to get insulted by Bob Alice?
Look.
Would it make your morning? Let her have it, Bobby.
I don't come equipped with ready-made insults.
Oh, Bob, Is that you?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I think you're great. And actually, as I say, the more these people put their foot in their mouth, the more you shove it down their throat, and I think it's wonderful.
And he was just great, just great.
Who's the best one you've had in Tampa Bay?
The best crank caller I've had in Tampa Bay. The best crank call would have been Rocky when he did his Mr. Airstream voice. He totally fooled me. The only way I ever figured it out is he finally not only admitted to it, but then broke into the voice to prove to me that it was him. It was a brilliant, brilliant call where he pretended to be this elderly gentleman who had been listening to me since the day I started. I could not take it anymore. Called up, and the call went on for 8 minutes. He had me in absolute stitches and hysterics. The intensity built. He never once broke his affected voice. Just went on and on and on, and it sounded like the man was about to have a stroke for real. And he was screaming and shouting and hollering about he was going to... Well, he finally threatened to call the police on me because I was just so mean and rude to people and a disgrace to the area, and it was great. It was fantastic.
You ever get the feeling you're doing wrestling when you're talking to Rocky?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't trust Rocky.
No.
I don't trust him.
Why?
Why? It's too good to be true. It's too good to be true, and Mr. Airstream. Mr. Airstream was so convincing, it was so believable that this man could do anything he wanted to, but nonetheless he's a colorful character, and what the hell, he gets things going.
Black? You think Rocky might be black?
No.
No?
No, but he might be one of the greatest liberals of all times.
We'll take a breather and be right back. Bob Lassiter and Tedd Webb from WFLA.
Hey, come in here, hey, I don't have anything else to talk about today, so we're talking about Lassiter. I always work.
You to defend your honor. These people were saying some...
Honor with Neanderthals? Give me a break.
But the Neanderthals were getting vicious this morning. I mean, they were coming down on you.
See, that's one of the things that's also different about this town. If I wasn't in the studio, they would be calling in droves. You made your big mistake by inviting me in. You would have really, what do you got, 25 cents a call?
Yeah.
You could have made yourself $13, $14 easy.
23 cents a call now.
23.
Well, after taxes, it comes out.
Well, okay, but you could have still walked out of here with maybe $11, $12.
$12 maybe.
In your pocket. Because these people would have just called in droves. They're still sitting out there listening, but they don't want to confront me. They're terrified.
They're scared of you.
Terrified.
They're intimidated by you.
Totally. I love it. It's great.
You thrive on that.
Oh, I do. Gives me energy. It's better than, going out into the sunshine.
You think they're gutless?
We know they are.
There's no doubt in your mind.
None. Now, if you really challenge them, if I really challenge them, I can get them to come out. Or was arrested for exposing himself.
Who's the wimpiest caller you've ever had that tried to...
The wimpiest caller I've ever had?
Tried to intimidate you.
God, I don't know. I never really thought of it that way.
Look who's in the other side.
I know.
How are you?
Come on in. What the hell? The wimpiest caller I ever had.
Grab a headset. Did you bring food? You didn't bring food.
I don't know. The wimpiest caller I ever had. None really sticks out in my mind.
None? Jack Ellery has just joined the discussion. What discussion?
What's the matter? You guys can't get anything intelligent going here? So you're talking about the two of you got together?
Yeah.
To have double lack of intelligence.
Well, I was just walking down the hall, and the man drugged me in the studio. I was minding my own business.
Drug you in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Drug?
Drug, yes. Physical.
Drug.
Went out.
Get in here.
A drug is something you put in your body.
That's exactly what I did. Drank 2 cups of coffee. Next thing you know, he was in here for 2 hours.
Drug you in. You've been here so long, you talk like them. And Mrs.
Put on the headsets. We've got a special guest on the phone right now. Hello there, the rock and roll Klansman.
Oh my God.
Good evening, ladies.
Oh, Rocky.
Good evening.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing real good.
I just wanted you to know that you set some records for Tampa Bay talk yesterday with some of the language that was attributed to you, Rocky.
Well, I'll tell you, I tried to be calm, cool, and collected, but, when you get people like that on the air that have no manners, you kind of lose control.
Oh, come on, Rocky. You were drunk for the first 20 minutes. You were sitting there with your bottle of moonshine.
Well, that's true. I did have me some moonshine in me. I always got some moonshine around. I got 180 proof.
You told me a week ago on the show that you weren't going to say anything on the Lassiter group show. You said you were just going to come on and just say yes and no, and then you broke down and started talking yesterday.
Well, that's true, but the kind of questions they ask, I had to answer. I couldn't answer them by saying yes and no.
Hey, Rocky, you want to destroy Lassiter?
How's that, Jack?
Don't call him anymore.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Hey, Hey, I like Bob Lassiter, and I like Tedd Webb, and I like Jack Ellery.
Oh, come on, answer the interrogator.
No, I didn't.
But I would like to
disagree
say
with everything
something
they
here.
did.
You have to remember this. The Ku Klux Klan today has been stereotyped. They're not as bad as people try to make them out to be.
Philadelphia one time had a motto, Philadelphia isn't all that bad. That was the town slogan.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, what was that, to compete with Pittsburgh's someplace special?
You got it.
Philadelphia and all that bad. What a mindset those two cities have.
Klan's not all that bad. They've done some ones. But when I first got to Germany, I swear to God, I got into a taxi. Hey, Rocky, listen, I got into a taxi cab. I swear on my children's eyes. And the cab driver said to me, I know Hitler wasn't a great guy, but he built some great roads.
Hey, Hitler was no dummy. He was a good artist, too.
I beg your pardon?
I said he was a good artist. He was a smart man.
On that note...
Song I've ever heard.
Guys, thank you for joining us today. You're going to be talking about cookies for real?
I well may. I have no shame. I don't work on Saturday.
From 7 o'clock to late tonight.
Right here.
Relationship.
On the Talk of Tampa Bay. Have a good one. We'll see you Monday at 4 o'clock.
Hey, Plus. And I have a favor to ask you.
What's that?
You remember when I discussed with you about my grandmother?
Yeah, vaguely.
That she hates you.
Uh-huh.
Well, the other day was her birthday.
Uh-huh.
Would you care to wish her a happy birthday on the air?
I'll play happy birthday to her on my kazoo.
Oh,
I mean,
Bob, she'd love to hear you
greater, what possible greater tribute could I pay to the woman?
Well, I don't know, but I think
Granny. Think nothing of it, Kevin.
I'm going to keep trying. I'd love to get into this business.
Sober up, Kevin. It ain't worth it. You're on the air.
I listened to you last Saturday, and you read the first half of the story about Jessica Hahn. And you said you were going to finish the second half today. Is that on your list for today? Pardon?
You weren't supposed to listen to that. That was only for the little people.
Well,
that wasn't for the adults. You didn't hear me tell all the adults to leave the room?
I am an adult.
And you didn't leave the room?
No.
You sat there and listened to that?
Yes.
Sorry, Diane. That that shouldn't have happened. That was only for the children in the audience.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, try to pay closer attention next time and leave the room when you're told to.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Diane. Do you believe that? Mike from New York. Hi, you're on the air. New York? I didn't know our signal was that good. Mike from New York. Hi, you're on the air. Mike's listening to the radio. He's not terribly swift.
Hello.
Yes. Hello, Mike.
I enjoyed the show.
Good.
I think you have about the best show that they have in Tampa.
Well, I would agree with that.
I want you to keep up the good work and keep hitting them below the belt because they need it down here.
Okay, Mike.
Good work.
Gee, I was going to... Darn. Before that call, I was going to stop the good work.
Oh, you young men don't know what a thrill it is for me to be up here this afternoon addressing you. We want all you Cub Scouts to know that you should pick your own leader, who can be like myself, either a male or female, or a combination of both.
Philip in Tampa. Hi, you're on the air, WFLA.
Hello, Bob.
Hi, Philip.
Hi. I would just like to praise Lionel.
Praise Lionel.
Yeah, I really enjoy him.
Uh-huh.
And I think he has some real good points. And I think the previous, I think it was 3 calls.
Have you ever understood anything that Lionel said?
I have a general idea, but not exactly.
Well, that's pretty much the league I'm in. I have a general idea, but, for all I know, he could be advocating socialism. I have no idea what he talks about.
Well, no, he's just a original individual that has a very good vocabulary.
Previously today. But why I called is that I'm concerned about what happened yesterday. I'm a very polite person. I don't call people
You weren't
names.
polite to me the first time you called, Captain Jack.
Well, I've got to make sure you understand. I only tell the truth. I don't lie. I just tell it like it is. And the people at the bowling alley last night, when I went down there, they were upset about that.
The people at the bowling alley?
Yes. But I went down. I was down there, and
Captain Jack understands image.
Yes.
He might be a new caller, but he understands image.
And what I'm concerned about, I was driving into town this morning, and you come up to a traffic light, and instead of this music, they're playing tapes of this program that was on yesterday. I heard it this morning.
Who was playing tapes?
People in cars.
Oh, I see.
They're playing these tapes. And the thing that concerns me is that my neighbor's got a tape of it also. And the fact of listening to this and listening to this Lionel, it's upset me. I was very nice. I did not, I think you used the word overtalk anybody. If you notice, if you reflect back on the conversations that we had yesterday, you never heard me involved in any shouting match or getting involved with, trying to overtalk somebody. I was the only one out of the bunch that didn't. You agree with me on that, don't you?
Well, yes, it was that rude Carolyn. She kept on making all kinds of terrible noises.
Well, I don't think that was Carolyn. I think it was this Lionel person. And
Lionel, you think, was making the rude noises?
Yes, I do. And this is the person that admitted yesterday, he's a wife beater. He said it. It's right on the tape of this individual. Now, in the past, when this, I had to go to North Carolina last week, and I'm going to go again Tuesday. But in the past, you've said I'd invite you up to the station, or to be on a program like yesterday. Well, I'm going to tell you something. My name's not Lionel, or Rocky, or Carolyn. I'll take you up on that. And what I'm saying is, I want to meet this individual. I want to get with this.
Wait, let me see if I understand this correct. You are challenging Lionel to appear face to face on my program with you.
Yes, sir. Face to face over the phone, down at the corner where he works.
Well, Lionel's almost surely listening. Lionel, you know the number if you want to call in and accept or decline this challenge.
Yes, I challenge that man because I'm gonna tell you right now. I have a very, very dislike for him.
And what is it in particular that you dislike about Lionel?
The words that he uses. All he could talk about yesterday was things below the belt, and then he used languages that I didn't even understand. I mean, he talked French, and he talked some Spanish and things. That's not right. That's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
And he represents.
He curses in Mongolian too. Did you know that?
Well, I don't know where it was Mongolian, but you see, I don't understand a lot of those words that he uses. I don't understand them. I don't think that's right. And as I said, now it appears to me, I've never talked to any other station or any other.
Lionel hasn't called in yet to accept the challenge. He must be making his regular Saturday morning call to Tim Coles, but somebody will tell him about it.
See, I don't talk. I have never talked to any of these other talk hosts. I have absolutely. I'm not going to do that either. But my point of it is, I throw the gauntlet down to him. I'll meet him because now I know. See, I know. I haven't heard him talking on these other stations, but undoubtedly he's talking day and night when he's not reading or fixing his cue cards. And I throw the challenge out to him. Now that I know how he operates, I can handle him. I can handle him on any discussion about anything he wants to talk about.
Well, do you have a Mongolian to English dictionary?
Well, I can get one. If that's what if he wants to talk in Mongolian, I'll talk to him in Mongolian. I know all about Mongolia too, you see. So that's no problem.
Well, Captain Jack, the next time I talk with him, if you wait a second, that could possibly be him. Is that the Lionel hotline?
You coming on?
Is that the Lionel hotline? Yes. Do we have him? Okay, we've got him. He cut short his call with Tim Coles to accept this challenge. Lionel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Well, you sure got a lot of nerve. I listened to the tape of that program yesterday, and you didn't understand it. You didn't give us a chance.
One second. Lionel, are you on your speakerphone? Because we can barely hear you.
I'm right here.
Oh my God! Now we can hear you.
You made a complete fool out of yourself yesterday. Is this in your opinion? No, it's in the opinion of my whole crew and everybody that I talked to. At the bowling alley? At the bowling alley.
Well, I don't know, Lionel. I was over the coffee shop at the courthouse this morning, and that's all they were talking about. And, there was a couple of people. Well, it was one of the county commissioners and a judge, and they were saying the same thing, too.
Let me understand something, Jack. The problem you had with me was you didn't understand what I was saying?
Well, that and also the...
That's one thing. Let me ask you something. Aren't you embarrassed about being ignorant? Aren't you embarrassed about being ignorant?
Well, I'm a very polite and very intelligent individual.
And a very ignorant man, too.
And you ruined that show yesterday.
Oh, I ruined it?
Yes, you did.
I'll tell you what ruined it is a bunch of dorks like you getting on here, fancying themselves as having a semblance of thought. See, you ruined this show yesterday. Let me tell you something. If you can't take it, If you can't take this mark in this medium, then go back to the bowling alley and do a frame on me, all right?
Don't think
Because this isn't for the squeamish, pal.
I'm going to overtalk you now. Don't think
I'm excited.
Don't think I can't take it. Don't think that I can't take it. Anything you want to talk about, I'm going to go right on with you now.
Gentlemen, allow me to break in at this point. Lionel, you have been challenged to a face-to-face in-studio confrontation with Captain Jack. Do you accept that challenge?
Do it? Anytime you want to.
Well, gentlemen, let's start noon. How about Wednesday? I think I'm
I won't be in town Wednesday.
Okay.
I got to go up to Raleigh, North Carolina to check on something that happened there today.
Okay. When will you be back, Captain Jack?
I'll be back Thursday or Friday.
You call him Thursday or Friday. I'll be listening Thursday or Friday.
No. Wait a second. How's Friday look in your calendar, Lionel?
Don't have a calendar with me, Bob.
No. Do you think you might be free on Thursday or Friday afternoon?
I don't know. What do you think, Jack?
Let's say Friday. Because, see, I know I'll be back. I know I'll be back by Friday.
Friday?
Yeah.
Friday. Yeah. Let me confirm this with you.
Yeah.
When are you going to be back, Jack?
I'm going to be back Thursday night. For sure.
Hell.
I'll be back. I'll be back for Friday for sure.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you something.
What?
You can pick out any subject you want to talk about, anything you want to talk about, and I'll discuss it with you.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's set this up for noon on Friday. Lionel, you've got my home phone number still, don't you?
Sure, I'll verify.
Okay. Well, when you get a look at your calendar, give me a call at home.
Sure. And I want you to know something else. And when we get up there come Friday, you're not going to overtalk me like you did yesterday. I mean, when I got something to say, you're going to shut your mouth and let me say it.
What are you going to do, Jack, if I talk over you?
I'm a very polite person.
What are you going to do, Jack?
I'm just not going to let you do it.
Oh, you're not?
No.
You and what brigade?
Don't you understand what I'm saying?
Let me tell you what you're going to do then, Jack.
Start right with you, and then
let me tell you what you're going to do then. I'm going to say something. I'm going to say, I don't understand what you're talking about. Because you and your bowling alley mentality can't figure out anything now. Mr. Polite?
That's all you could talk about yesterday. That's all you could talk about yesterday was a penis and things like that, and people's mothers, and you're a wife beater.
Mr. Polite?
That's well, I told you I'm going to play your game.
Mr. Polite,
see, I was nice yesterday.
Gentlemen?
I was a nice person yesterday, but I'm not going to be nice to you anymore. I'll be there, and
Bob, is he cursing, Bob?
And if you think you're going to talk to me,
Bob, I think he's cursing.
Gentlemen, noon on Friday. Captain Jack, do you know where we're located?
Now, Bob, I'll find you. Bob, do you understand what I'm telling you? He's not going to overtalk me. I'm not going to allow it.
Fine with me, Captain Jack.
Huh?
Fine with me.
All right.
Face-to-face confrontation.
You're going
Friday,
to have to
October 16th.
Wear loose clothing, Jack.
What are you threatening me?
Wear loose clothing.
I'll bring my maid up there if that's what you're after.
No, wives aren't allowed.
Let me tell you something. I hope I don't say anything that confuses you or that you don't understand.
Well, Lionel,
that seems to be your big problem.
Would you allow me to say one thing?
And maybe you can bring your bowling ball, and after we're done, I can throw it at you a few times and try to knock you.
Can I say one thing?
Sure, Jack. Go ahead.
What
we're all
I'm
waiting.
trying to tell you is if you want to have a program, we'll have it. But I'm not going to allow you to sit up there and overtalk me like you did yesterday. That's no threat. That's nothing like that. I'm just trying to tell you that's the way it is.
Well, bring a gaffling hook with you, Captain. And, just kind of jab him with it every now and then if he starts to talk too loud.
I'm not threatening the man. I mean, I'm not talking of getting into that type of thing. What I'm saying is if we're going to have a program and discuss a subject, I will. And when he talks, I'll allow him to talk, and I expect him to do the same thing. He's supposed to be an educated man.
Where'd you ever hear that, Captain?
Well, he says he is. He says he is.
You believe him?
Jack.
What?
And you believe him?
Get ready for what?
And tell your friends I wouldn't announce this to anybody I know if I were you.
Why?
Keep this quiet.
Well,
because when you walk into the bowling alley, you're going to hear a cacophony of laughter. Because you're going to be walking in limping. You know what I mean, Jack?
No, I don't know what you mean.
Because this market and this type of medium is not for the squeamish and not for dullards like you. So if you want to do it under some weird idea of thrill, that's fine. But if I were you, I wouldn't let my family or friends know about it.
Gentlemen, October 16th, 12 noon, it'll again be radio history, a face-to-face confrontation between Captain Jack and the Gulfport lawyer.
I will be there.
See you
Ta-ta, Jack.
Friday.
All right, I'll see you Friday at noon.
Ta-ta, Jack.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta, Bob.
Bye-bye.
Ta-ta,
You're
Bob.
beautiful.
Oh, excitement on the radio. WFLA.
Bob? If you ever became rich and famous, I'd be living on Easy Street, Bob. And I'm living on Poverty Street instead.
Son of a gun, Maggie.
It's terrible, Bob. I should have known. I had omens before he was born.
Huh.
When he was, the night he was conceived, Bob, I had terrible gas pains. Terrible. And on the night of his birth, I had hemorrhoids. It was an omen, Bob. It was an omen.
Sounds that way to me, too, Maggie.
Yes. You know how evil he was, Bob?
No, I don't, Maggie, but I'm sure you'll tell us.
He saw the neighborhood bully pulling wings off the fly. He came home and pulled the wings off a little chick. Oh, Bob, it's terrible.
Yes, indeed it is, Maggie. I certainly appreciate that. Virginia from Pinellas Park.
Hi, Robert. That was a bonanza yesterday. I'm telling you, I'm like everybody else. It was just fantastic. And about Rocky whatsoever. I'm not going to say anything at all to give anybody any clues or anything, because I don't want to destroy anything that he's built up around himself. Because
Wait a second, you have dirt on Rocky?
Yes. I see
Well,
Rocky all the time, nearly every night.
You talk to Rocky nearly every night?
No, I see him
You see
nearly
him?
every night.
Where?
Well, up on Pinellas Park when he gets off work and he stops at his favorite hangout. You want me to tell it on the air?
Sure.
I might get killed by the Ku Klux Klan if I do.
Nah.
Somebody already let 5 pounds of air out of both my tires out there the other night.
Well, yes, they're nice people if they only let 5 pounds out.
Yes, so that's what I'm afraid of. And they try to get me to write about the first black family I knew in Pinellas Park, the St. Pete Hines lady did. And I said, no way.
And you know where, you know the bar that Rocky hangs out in?
No, he doesn't hang out in the bar. He hangs out at a 7-Eleven.
He sits out in the 7-Eleven parking lot drinking?
He hangs out in a 7-Eleven.
Son of a... Are you serious, Virginia?
On Park Boulevard.
On
And how many
Park
7-Elevens are on
Boulevard?
Park Boulevard in Pinellas Park?
Oh, I only know of that one.
Okay, that's his
Up
hangout.
around the wagon wheel.
That's his hangout. No, not by the wagon wheel.
Not by the wagon wheel.
Not by the flea market. That's just the Circle K. This is down near downtown Pinellas Park. You know, on the other side of the railroad tracks. You know where the railroad tracks?
That one.
Yes, that one. That's his hangout.
Once I was around, that would be around the 44,000 block. 5600.
56.
5600 Pinellas Park.
Yes.
5600 Park Boulevard, Pinellas
Yes.
Park.
Now, if Rocky's listening, he knows my voice, because I've known him for years. And boy, oh boy, if they come out tonight and firebomb my house.
About what time does he get there?
Beg your pardon?
About what time does he get there?
Sometimes around 12 and sometimes earlier.
Huh.
He rides his stretch limousine.
He's got an old stretched limo?
Yes, a white one.
A white old stretched limo. Is there about midnight?
Yes, or no, it's a brand new one.
It's a new one?
Yes, but that's his hangout.
He really
there.
does have money?
Yeah, oh, yes, he's loaded with money because the Ku Klux Klan and David Duke, he gives him money. He divides some of his money up. David Duke, really, he really threw a fit when I asked him about Rocky. He said he's just a big blowhard. He hadn't done any of these things out in Pinellas Park. And I said, did you give him directions for shooting in the cop's car? And he slammed the receiver down, and he got so dang mad. That was before he had a meeting over here at Best Western Motel over there.
He got daggum mad.
Beg your pardon?
He got daggum mad?
Yes, that
Whoa.
David Duke did that. He got so mad about it. I think David Duke is the one that's been duking around in Pinellas Park, really, because he's been hanging around here for weeks.
Well, I'll check that out.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for the tip, Virginia.
And you know what? They put on the dumpsters, too, killed a cop's bed, sprayed it in white. Okay, you go ahead and Lassiter, and if my house gets firebombed or my car or one of my grandkids gets hurt or something, well, it's not going to be funny.
Okay.
You know, that David Duke will heal me right after us because I know he's around yet.
Okay, well, he's up in North Carolina today. Don't worry
he's
about
up
him.
in North Carolina. Well, I thought he was
He's up
in
there announcing for
Forsyth.
president today.
I thought he was in Forsyth where Rocky had bought his poppy up there in Lasonia, Forsyth County, Georgia. I thought Rocky, that's where David Duke is.
Hillsborough County. Did I create a monster yesterday or what?
It's really good. Next week, though, I don't think it's going to be quite as loud because I don't agree with Captain Jack, but I think Lionel is a jerk. He's a loudmouth jerk.
Oh, I agree with you.
And he puts out a lot of verbal napalm, but I think face-to-face, Lionel's going to be a pussycat.
Well, it's a possibility. I'm going to make them take calls. We'll do it a little bit differently than we did it yesterday. They'll have to deal with callers.
Oh, you mean intelligent one-to-one conversation with callers?
Well, I don't see why it should be any different from any other day. No, they'll just take what they get.
Okay, bud. Well, that's all I wanted to say. I hope Lionel's listening. I don't like him at all.
Refrigerator trade-in offer and get a new self-defrosting refrigerator with all the latest features. Housewives, here's a chance to trade...
What in the hell happened?
I'm sorry, my hand hit the mic. For a limited time, you can take advantage of this brand new refrigerator trade-in offer and get a new self-defrosting refrigerator with all the latest features. Housewives, here's a chance to trade in your old box for $150.
I'm bummed out. I mean, I want to tell you, I am bummed out. See, I thought I got up at 1:20 this afternoon. During the newscast, I found out it's not until 1:40. That in and of itself is pretty grim. But if I got up at 1:20, I'd only have like about 12 minutes to kill. Anybody can kill 12 minutes. 32 minutes is another story. And what's even worse, all the calls dropped off. Let me give you the telephone numbers. I mean, we'll deal with anything on a Saturday. 461 is a disaster. I mean, I want to tell you, this is a disaster. I'm serious, too. I thought I was getting off at 1:20. It's not until 1:40. 32, well, now 31 minutes of potential dead air between now and then. This is really grim. This is miserable. Miserable. And I have to somehow fill this airtime? Oh, give me a break, please, please, please. Perhaps you had an operation recently and you'd like to tell everybody about it. Normally I would not put up with that. Today I'll put up with it. Maybe you have a neighbor you'd like to complain about. I have no shame. No shame at all on Saturday. I don't work on Saturday. I just come in here. That's all. I have to come in here, keeps them happy. This is tragic. Tragic. I mean, I thought I'd be out here at 1:20. I told the wife, I said, hey, I'll be home by 2 o'clock. Don't sweat it. If you're listening, Mary, I won't be home by 2 o'clock. Make that a little bit closer to 2:30. Oh. Did I give you yeah, let me give you the phone numbers again. 990-9, full of energy. On the weekend, you're dealing primarily with two types of people. Those who are out too late and are sitting around with dead fishes over their heads trying to recover from the previous evening's frivolities. Or you're dealing with as the core audience. The core audience is a nice way of saying Neanderthals. And that's, primarily what you have on Saturdays. Fred, hi there, Fred.
Hey.
How's
How
the
you
fish?
doing?
The fish still holding up?
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty close.
All right.
I had an idea. You ready for this idea?
Oh,
Excuse
sure,
me, the
Fred.
dogs are barking. I'm running a yard sale right now. We're here in Safety Harbor.
You're running a yard sale in Safety Harbor.
Philippi, off Philippi Parkway near the Oldsmar Bridge interchange. But anyhow.
Got any good stuff left, Fred?
Huh?
Got any good stuff left, or is all the good stuff gone?
Got antiques, got old stuff, new stuff.
Uh-huh.
They pull in here, they jockey for position, and the whole bit. Anyway, how's this for an idea? You ready? You and Dick and Jack for a 1-hour show, 1 day a week.
Why just an hour?
Because if you were longer than that, the phone system would burn up. Right?
Well,
there'd be no
hours
phones
hardly
left
enough time
at
to set anything up.
WFLA. It'd burn up the whole system.
Why not Tedd Webb? Why did you leave him out?
Who, Ted?
Yeah.
Well, he likes to get into, Loch Ness monsters and, going fishing with Captain Bob and stuff like that. Fight the NFL and...
Ted talks to
get rid
Captain
of
Bob?
Steinbrenner, huh?
Wait, is it Ted talks to Captain Bob about fishing on Saturday?
No, they even took him off the show.
Oh.
They even took, they killed Saturdays. I'm glad they got rid of the doctor show, but,
Oh, you're glad they got... Oh, well, yeah, you're glad they got rid of the doctor show, but do you realize that 3/4 of the audience are sitting out there waiting for the doctor?
Well...
What's he talking about? When's the doctor come on?
I know. What's he's going to
Ask
tell
the
me
doctor.
now? I don't want to spend the $35 or $40, whatever it is, to go, you know. And,
were you listening earlier today when I was sitting with Webb? I mean, there was a woman who actually said, well, yeah, I do enjoy hearing about other people's medical problems. Oh, then this is what you deal with on Saturday.
I was there.
It's called the core audience. People that would listen if you put static on.
Yeah, I know. I was on the radio, but they closed me off at, what was it, 4 o'clock or whatever time you came on.
Does well. Probably with those big dogs out there. That's why you're scaring people away.
Huh?
It's probably the big dogs that are scaring people away.
What big dogs?
The big dogs. I can hear barking in the background.
They're not big.
They sound big.
No, they have big barks.
Well, big dogs. I can hear barking. Sound big.
No, they have big barks.
Oh. Well, it's... You'd, send them over to the neighbors or something. You probably
and wagtail
sold out on
and drop the ball at your feet and want you to throw it for them. Or the Frisbee.
Okay.
It's entertainment for the dogs.
Okay. Well, thank you much.
Well,
good luck
you're
with
welcome.
the yard sale
Hey,
there.
the reason I don't call you, because you're obnoxious.
Oh, okay.
And you don't get my A rating.
Okay.
Get my Z rating.
Z rating.
But I listen.
But you listen and you thought, since you had a chance to plug the yard sale, you'd call anyway.
Yep. I sure would.
Guess what?
Hey, what?
When you were giving out the address for the yard sale, I dumped it. Jeanette from Pasco. Hi, Jeanette. You're on the air at WFLA.
Hello.
Hi, Jeanette.
Well, I was sure you'd have the answer. I don't have any more questions today.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. That's me. Just consider me the answer man. Oops, oh my God. Excuse me. I didn't mean to burp on you. Ralph from Temple Terrace. Hi, you're on the air at WFLA. Hello, Ralph.
Yeah, Bob.
Ah, yes. We didn't take you away from anything, did we, Ralph?
Hello, Bob. How you doing?
Fine, Ralph. Yourself?
All right.
Good.
And
Lindor from the quarterback. He cuts off tackle. He's down to the 30, the 20, the 10, and he's hit by number 88 with a ferocious tackle. That's Peters out of bounds. Peters is stretched out with his teammates gathered around him. It may do that bad leg again. Looks like a bad break for them. Now the coach has decided to take him out, and Peters is limping off the field as a hush falls on the state rooters. Now, looks like the team will have to play with Peters out.
1:21 the time. Tim from Tallahassee. Hi, you're on the air at WFLA.
Well, good afternoon, Bob.
Unity ordeal. That's the proper way to phrase it.
It's 1:21 p.m. Just to let you know what time it is.
Oh, I'm very well aware of what time it is. I'm always aware of what time it is on Saturday.
I've got my typical little talking clock here that I can use to keep you...
I've got a little piece of paper in front of me, and as each minute goes by, I mark it off.
You mark it
hash
off.
Mark, yeah.
Yeah, you were teased us with a little Ann Landers thing, and you never...
oh, my God, I completely forgot that.
completed that.
Well, you see, after I did that, then my producer said, are you sure you get off at 1:20?
Entertaining show. Turn them loose.
Well, I'll do my best.
Turn them loose.
Okay.
Yeah.
He didn't say goodbye. Hey, that man did not say goodbye. I mean, suppose I hadn't been listening or something. I could be sitting here. I could have started to respond to his question, and he didn't say goodbye. And I would have been sitting here, I could have gone on for 2 hours responding to him, thinking he was going to have something to say. See you guys on Monday at noon. In the meanwhile, behave yourselves.